welcome to this week's show, the 6873 show. Today we're going to be discussing a very interesting subject called phantom touch. For those who don't know, it is a phenomenon in which a lot of people who spend a lot of time in VR, their brain will actually disconnect and actually start associating the avatar body as their own, and are actually able to sense and feel things in VR without a haptic suit. So please join us on this week's episode. My name is Captain Rin, and also joining us today is...
Hi, I'm Rossi.
And I'm Tokkie. Too fast or too slow. Okay, so today's guests are Mismatch at the end here, who is going to be our guinea pig for today. He wanted actually to try develop phantom touch, and I thought, okay, why not drag him in? And we have Healed right here. He is the one who is going to explain a little bit of how he developed phantom touch on people, like a whole process of what he does. And we have a little cutie pie here, special guest, who just really wanted to be here. So, of course.
Yeah.
So, phantom touch. I didn't believe it at first. I mean, and today I have like the most sensitive nose ever in VR chat. When people want to boop me, it itches. I want to sneeze. And I know there's a lot of people out there who are like, but how can you feel like that? It's just pretend. It's something you just in your mind. And yeah, it is in the mind. Because it's the mind who wanders out and like actually like you said, it has like this connection to your avatar in a weird way, so you actually feel some kind of touch.
Did you know that there was actually back in the early 1990s, there was an experiment done. It was called the rubber hand experiment. And basically what they do is they would set a subject at a table, and they would have a divider wall right here, and they would hide their real hand, and then they would actually have a rubber hand. And they would do developing a phantom touch because they would rub a brush down it, which would disassociate. And even when they were told to close their eyes and point to their hand, they would actually point to the fake hand. Their body would literally just assume that was their hand. And they even tried to see how far they could go. They even tried different types of hands. They went from human hands to paws to claws. And as long as it was within around the same size, they could still develop phantom touch in that hand, and the body or the mind would literally associate that as being a part of their body.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like a form of like the phantom limb syndrome. How people who lose arms, they can still feel it sometimes, but instead of this one, you're feeling touch in a different body instead of your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Essentially, it came down to the same scientific principle, because I think it was over 30% of sensory perception is actually visual, and even when a lot of times touch can actually be associated to a visual feedback. I thought that was quite interesting.
It's basically your mind playing tricks on you. The kind of situation. I mean, I have seen Healed when he tried to develop phantom touch on one of my friends, and it was really cool to watch. And the guy he actually did it on was like, I feel a little bit. I'm just sitting there like, do you actually feel it? Like, it was weird watching it compared to be the one who experienced it. So yeah.
Well, as Ren said earlier, in VR, your avatar is literally a virtual extension of your body. Your eyes are where your eyes are, and your arms move as your real arms would. So for the mental and psychological perception for your body to act, for your virtual body to act, your brain can and will sometimes respond. In some cases, people may not get phantom sense at first, but it can develop over time, even those that have been doing virtual reality for a number of years. Some they can experience it days after they start. But it also helps as well with visual stimulants. So it's like you can see where you're being touched, so your mind can react.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also know
bring that up too. Go ahead. Because I've played around a lot of virtual worlds and stuff, and VR chat is kind of unique in what you actually have a full body. A lot of the other ones are just like floating hands and a torso, and you don't really hear of people experiencing phantom touch in those worlds, but only in worlds like VRC where you actually have a full body avatar. People really been experiencing this.
Oops.
It's also even more beneficial for those that have full body tracking.
Yeah.
Because as it says in the name, full body tracking, your arms, your legs, it moves as you move in the real world.
That too, yeah.
And that's why to help with this experiment, I'm actually sitting the same way that this avatar is sitting, so to give even more of the illusion.
Yeah. Yeah. You could kind of say that. I mean, there are certain degrees, if I might say, of how much your phantom touch will develop and already have developed. Like, I know you, for example, Rosie, it went quite quick, didn't it, with you?
Yeah, it was sort of. I say I developed it quite quick. It's quite weird for me because I can turn it on and off. If I'm in a situation where there's lots going on, I for some reason I seem to be able to sort of disassociate it, and then I can turn it off. But at other times, if I'm really concentrating on something, or I've been in VR for a while, you start to say someone will touch your eyes, touch your face, and things like that, and you'll get that sensation and feel it.
Yeah,
it's not a strong feeling; it's more like a tingle kind of thing.
Yeah,
occasionally. Yeah.
But some people have developed phantom.
Sorry.
But some people have developed phantom pain and smell for some things too.
Yeah, exactly. There is like pain, smell, and taste as well. I've seen it happen. Like there was literally one of my old friends. He had everything. Like he could like go up to you and just like start nibbling at your hand and like caramel. I'm like, what? and somebody put it to the test. So he was like, okay, so if I hit you in VR, you gonna pass out in reality? And he said yes. So the person, of course, being an asshole, went up and did like this, and he literally knocked him out. Like he was passed out. I'm like, okay, people like you should not be in VR, okay? You're gonna hurt yourself a lot.
Definitely.
I haven't seen him since.
Yeah.
But that's a different story. He's okay.
Hopefully he's okay.
There he is. He is.
That's good. That's good.
But that's a whole different concept. Like people who actually go in, they can smell like food. They can see VR. They can taste it. They can actually feel full just by eating that. And well, that goes beyond my mind. I said, mine is literally on off on my head and mostly on my snoot.
Yeah.
Like the ancient saying, mind over matter.
Exactly.
Yes.
And the other ancient saying,
yes.
Knows.
The nose.
Sorry.
The nose.
No boop.
I'm only kidding, Tokkies. You have a beautiful nose.
You know, it is quite interesting because there actually is a world here in VRC that is designed to help people develop their phantom touch. And the back row, they actually have plates of like different like pizza, like soups and stuff like that. And I've known people go in those and just smell that, and they can actually smell the pizza and smell the warmth and feel the warmth off the pizza and everything. And it's like, whoa, that's insane.
That would never work for me. I'm always stuffed up. Doesn't matter what time of the year. I'm always stuffed up.
Oh, you're like me. Yay.
Really bad
okay,
hay fever.
going around the table. Like, Ren, you have Phantom Touch too.
I do have a Phantom Touch. Like I say, I'd been in lots of different virtual worlds. I never even knew what Phantom Touch was until I came here. And then I remember the first time someone actually came up and grabbed my arm. And of course, typical greeting, boop the nose is like, whoa, that I actually feel that. It feels funny. And for the most part, it's not intensive, but I do have full body Phantom Touch. It's not an overly exaggerated sensation. Like I can feel the warmth and stuff. I can feel a lot of temperature. I can feel that like a slight pressure and a tingling, like when someone actually grabs me. And of course, my nose is very, very sensitive. And so everyone wants to like get like whatever they can and start shoving in my nose, and it gets me sneezing every time. And so, it's the funny thing is I have it.
This.
I will hunt you down.
I'm just kidding.
But
just kidding.
On Avatar, I can actually like my ears. People can actually touch my ears. I can touch my tail. Like if they pull my tail, I can feel that. And like even under my muzzle, I can actually feel pressure and people like actually stroking underneath my muzzle. I have no explanation for it.
And for Rossi, like you can feel like the teeniest thing. I have noticed.
It's as I say, it depends on what's going on. If you know what I mean. I tend to sometimes, as I say, I do switch off from it, and I don't feel anything, kind of thing. But there are times where when you're
have control over it.
Yeah. I think the main one is when you're relaxed as well, is when I tend to feel it more. So if I'm in a world where we're just chilling and things like that, and you sat down, typical, stood or sat in front of a mirror, and then someone might sort of rub your head, sort of thing. I tend to feel you can feel the sensation of them touching the top of your head, and things like that. So it's quite a weird and an amazing thing. Sometimes it can be quite scary what you do feel, and it's like, whoa. Yeah.
For me also, it's the body heat. I can feel like a lot of body heat, but for me, I can't switch it on and off. Like that's I don't know why. The nose is always the most sensitive, and then I can feel the body heat. Sometimes head pats, and of course when he tries and give me belly rubs, I don't know why I react, but I react.
Because you're adorable when I do it.
But here, when it comes to you, how much of Phantom Touch do you actually have?
When I first started developing Phantom Sense, I was a bit skeptical at first until this little angel here made it to little princess. She gave me a hug, and I actually felt the warmth that I needed from it.
Aww.
As it continued to develop, I met more people, made friends, lost friends, fell in love, fell out of love. It developed up to the point where, aside from Miss Match's ability to feel breathing on his face, I can feel up to an excruciating amount of pain on occasion.
So
that's why I'm glad I developed the ability to control it. Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as you said that, she tried to slap you.
Controlling it and having the ability to turn it on and off has its benefits.
Yeah, I bet.
I've heard people actually being run through with swords in VR and actually doubling over in pain. Like literally, they fall down and almost say they almost feels like they're experiencing a heart attack.
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
I've had that in like dreams where I'll get like I was bitten by like a giant spider on my side one time, and I woke up and it literally felt like I was stabbed in my side.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of taking that with you into the real world, like we're doing with the Phantom Touch. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, sometimes if you don't have it fully under control, it can linger for days. Like, say, if something hits your arm in VR, you could feel like a constant irritating nerve in your arm in real life for like a day or two.
Yeah, I can see that.
It is also beneficial for those that are more affectionate to each other as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, I know that in VR, see some people who have full phantom body touch. Let's just say they enjoy it,
have fun.
A bit too.
Yes.
I mean, people without that much enjoy
kind of fun
too, because it gives something. It gives something else. Like when you're with somebody and it gets more intimate, you react a different way. I know for myself, I react a different way. If somebody comes up to me and like hugs and everything, or strokes my cheek and everything, it's a totally different feeling compared to when I'm with my boyfriend and he does it. And I don't know if it's because the connection is stronger between a couple,
considerably more stronger with people you care about.
Definitely.
Yeah. So that's when I feel it the most, is when I'm with him and he does it. So that also I feel it's kind of, I'm confuzzled sometimes. But yeah, I mean, it does make sense that between couples and such, it gets intensified. I would think, kind of.
Yeah, because you have that special link with that person.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you're not just having the link with the Phantom Touch. It's the link physically in the mind with who you're with.
Yeah.
Something that I noticed when I was younger, I was just like playing with my pencil before in school, and I got it like really close to my nose one time. It didn't touch it, but it got really close, and I thought I hit my nose with it, but I didn't. I could actually feel the pencil on my nose, even though it was an inch away from my nose.
Oh, it's even worse when you got something going right towards your head between your eyes. It's just...
Exactly.
I'll tell you an experience with when I was playing Arizona Sunshine. It was one of the DLC missions. Coming to the end of it, the sniper on the tower literally pointed a laser right between my eyes, and that's all I felt was like something just drilling into my head.
I've actually experienced that. In fact, yesterday someone had a laser pointer, and they had put it right between my eyes, and I could actually feel like the heat of that, and it's like, stop it.
Yeah, see,
you
I don't
actually
have
do feel
any.
it.
Yeah, like I said, mine can still develop over time, but as far as that goes, no, mine stops with the nose and everything. So
kind of lucky that way. I mean, it's awesome, but it can also be kind of a curse.
Just like true. Being especially
tall.
Or short.
You can reach everything on the top shelf, but you smack your head off of everything.
Exactly. Exactly.
Door frames are not your friend.
No, definitely not.
Or small import cars. Ooh.
My mom's in a freaking Mitsubishi Mirage, and I got to get in and out of that, and I'm 6'4".
I feel your pain.
It could be worse. It could be a mini Clubman.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I was just going to say it.
You just open the door, fall out, crawl away.
Oh dear. Hey, when you're short, you
that-
have to like go tiptoe on to get everything. I'm just saying. Anyway, I think we're getting sidetracked again.
Yes,
just a bit.
It's when this conversation goes
on the
good
show.
and like there are. It's like when the connection between us and the guest or just around us, it gets too good, so we get sidetracked. But we're going to stay on the topic.
Yes.
So
we could crack on with this experiment.
Oh, God.
yes,
Okay.
Mm.
we could do
Yes,
that.
you have brought today's sacrifice. We shall ruin your
Nice.
life
You're going to
forever.
be the little lamb, are you?
Yeah, I'm the lamb to the slaughter.
Yes.
Right,
Okay, so
please, sweetheart.
if I think it would be easier to show if you actually stood up
Oh, okay.
for the
I would
viewers
like
as
if
well.
this little one could please pop
So
up.
stand up
If this
in
little
real
one
life
could
and in
also-
VRC.
Well, that's up to you. But in
Yeah, I
VRC,
can do
yeah.
that.
For
Courtney,
me, it don't make no difference.
Okay.
Get
Courtney,
up, please, sweetheart.
you could come over here if you want.
Go wait, Tokkie, please.
We'll be right back.
Oh.
Come on.
Bless.
You can sit here with me in the picture.
That's what
You
happens
can
when
definitely
work
tell
with
that that is Daddy's little girl.
She is a daddy's girl.
It's fine. Come on. You
It's
know
okay,
me.
sweetheart. Tokkie ain't gonna eat you.
Me.
She's too nice. You see why I love this little gem?
Come here, cutie pie.
She's the little one I never had.
Come on.
Go on,
You know you want
please.
to. You can sit here with me in the big chair.
Pretty please.
There you go.
Oh, my arms were just cracked Dorito bags.
Right, let me just...
The power I've gotten by cracking Dorito bags.
Right.
Remember doing that in the school lunchroom.
How do you want to do this?
I'll stand up. Ooh, I'll fling myself across the stage. Okay, I'm actually... Alright, I'm not floating, which is good. Alright. Can my body fully rotate? Thank you. Alright.
The joys of VRC.
Definitely.
Yes.
Still the best.
And my headband keeps sliding up my head,
Oh, yeah.
so that's fun. There we go.
Now you can see what he does.
Mm.
You be the little co-host.
It's okay, sweetheart. I won't be gone long. She is a nice girl. Right. For the experiment, I'll need you to be topless.
Okay.
Hopefully that
And we're off to a
won't get
good
any
start. Take it off.
violence. Right.
Take it off.
Where are
My
the
point
dollar
is
bills
that
at?
No one starts throwing money. It's not that kind of show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. Don't make me
Right,
bring
we're
out
getting
the
sidetracked
scythe.
again.
Yes.
There you go. I was just thinking that. I do apologise if I'm jumping around everywhere, but my controllers are
Courtney,
completely
Courtney,
naffed.
it's okay. You sit here and
That
be
happens a
hosting
lot.
for me. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. I would need you to face the mirror. As I said, this works much better with visual stimulus.
Okay.
No boobs. No.
Right. Now, originally, this
Too hot
does
for
work
this
in...
doing.
Sorry, I feel like I'm jumping around like a bloody frog. This does work in 6 stages,
Oh,
but
no.
because of obviously the audience, we'll only be doing 4 stages. So first of all, I want you to just
No
clear your
boobs.
mind
No.
and focus
Mm-mm.
solely on my finger. Okay? Solely
Okay.
on my finger. Now if you could just raise your hand up for me with your hand extended out. Just solely
No
on my
boobs.
finger. Let
Courtney?
your senses speak to you.
No,
Let's start.
I don't like boobs.
Palm of your hand.
It hurts my nose.
Now, throughout this, you should feel a hot or cold or tingling sensation. And if at any point you feel uncomfortable, you just tell me and I will stop. And wait in the palm of your hand. I'm going to go to your wrist, up to your elbow, down to your wrist, up to your elbow, down to your wrist, up to your elbow, back to the wrist, now all the way to your elbow, and now the shoulder. And back down to your elbow, up to your shoulder, down to the elbow, up to the shoulder, and all the way back to the wrist. Any sensation?
No, not yet.
As I have
didn't
said,
notice anything.
some people don't notice much or don't feel much.
Yeah.
Right.
Shoulder
Then
did
think I
tingle a
may-
little bit when you got up to it, though. But that might just be my
And-
arm going numb from holding it out.
And
Fair
healed. Maybe if you
Right.
could speak a little louder, because I think it might be a little like
Fair enough.
Ow. Punch
Our
myself in the
next
face.
test. The next test is going to be working shoulder to shoulder. Okay.
Okay.
What the?
oh the great
You got a little
shuffle.
bean.
Right, I'm going to start on your left shoulder. I'm going to go across the collarbone to your right shoulder. Then back across to your left. And to back to your right. And back. And forth. Back. And forth. Back. And forth. Any other sensation?
Thinking I could feel the line.
It
Feels
does take
something.
time to develop.
Yeah.
It does take time to develop, even little by little. Right, stage
But
3
I really
is going to
think
be...
Oh. What I think is really triggering me is this choker. Anything with my neck, I'm actually feeling like it's harder to breathe because of this choker is on.
Ding-a-ling.
I actually, yeah. Finger got to the neck, instantly felt weird. Yep.
Right, stage 3 is going to be from the collarbone to the sternum, which is the middle of the breastplate.
Mhm.
So it's going to work from here, down to the sternum, back up to the collarbone, down to the sternum, and up, and down, up, and down. Any more sensation?
Every time your finger got close to my neck, I felt it tighten up. Every time it went down, it loosened back
A
up.
bit funny.
Well, it shows you've got...
Yeah.
I feel like
It's
someone
going
just
around
jumped
like
over
a
the rope
chair.
then. It shows you've got sense from the neck upward. That'd be a bit concerning if you didn't have sense in the neck from the neck upward.
I'm pretty brain dead as it is, so it wouldn't surprise me.
God.
No sense, no
Well,
feeling.
I don't see any daylight peeking through.
That's why I don't get brain freezes. There's nothing up there to freeze.
Right. Stage 4 is going to be the abdomen. So I'm going to go basically up and down across, and then up and down the other way. So I'm going to start on your left hip and move up to the ribs, back down, and up, and down, up, and down, up, and down, up, and down. And we're going to go from the rib, across the sternum to the other side, and back, forth, back, and forth, back, and forth. Any sensation or tingling?
No, none that I could feel.
You felt tingling on your shoulders, but we've proven that you got the sensation in your neck.
Yeah.
See, stage 5 and 6 would require more delicate, which I don't want to show in front of an audience.
Yeah.
Let's just say that's below the belt kind of touch.
Literally.
Mhm.
Which we're not going to venture in today.
We'll put my
Mind
shirt
you,
back
today.
on.
You can
Soon.
I accidentally threw the money again.
It's fucking money.
Whoops.
VR chat.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great.
Okay. I almost sat down and my bed is in front of me. That would have been a bad thing.
Know your surroundings,
There's a floor,
people.
right?
Know your surroundings.
Yes.
Oh no, I would have
Definitely.
went right into my cabinet with a giant machete on the top of it. That would have been fun.
God.
We should have a show War Wounds of VR.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
A strange
Oh,
thing
yeah,
doesn't count.
Yeah. What do you mean strained? I broke a blood vessel. Also scarred
Just
my
had to
knuckle
change your
accidentally
battery.
punching my ceiling. Yeah. Though.
I have done that. I've actually
Aw.
split my knuckle open because I hit my windowsill. It still hurts thinking
Oh, I
about
had
it.
like a
Yeah.
big blue mark, like
It's-
for my wall is literally here, so it was like big movement, like poop.
Because I'm not looking in the mirror, I can't see if you're doing anything with my neck.
Walking
so it
into the
doesn't
random
bother me.
walls. I've done
She's,
that
she's
before.
just tapping your cheek.
Oh yes.
So
Yeah, stubbing your toe
Ren,
on
you
the
have
coffee
a
table and
Yes.
I broke my pinky toe
Ren,
earlier.
you have a different method of developing phantom touch with
I
people.
do. If you want, I can. If you like to stand up, you can try it on you. See
Oh.
if that would work.
Sure. Let's go.
Love having human beaks on the show.
All right. So what I want you to do right now is simply close your eyes, listen to my voice. Nothing else exists but my voice. So close your eyes and imagine yourself walking through a beautiful park. Really feel everything around you. Feel the sun, how it feels on your skin, how warm, that tingling sensation of the sun beating against your skin. Feel the breeze as it comes across your face. Really feel your environment and how peaceful and beautiful this one moment is as you walk through this beautiful park. Feel everything around you, the coolness of the breeze, the sun, how it feels against your skin. And now imagine, as you walk by, you see a single leaf detach and start spiraling towards you. Go ahead now and reach your arm out and let that leaf fall to your hand. Just let it fall into your hand and feel that nice, small, gentle motion of that leaf as it touches your hand. Really feel everything about you now. How does that feel? That beautiful sensation of the sun, the breeze, the coolness. Now, what I want you to do,
I can feel the leaf in the palm of my hand.
hold out your arm, palm up,
It's cool.
and I want you right now to look at your arm. Look at yourself right now and notice that this is you in this very moment. You are here. Open and close your hand and notice that hand is yours. This is your hand and you are here in this very moment. And I
Are my
am
eyes
here with
supposed to be
you.
open or closed right now?
Go ahead and open them.
Okay.
So go ahead and open and close your hand and notice that is you. You are here. And I am here with you. So look at your hand, look at your arm as I take my paw and gently stroke down your arm. Just feel that small sensation, that light touch, the warmth of that warm fur against your naked skin. Really feel that right now. It might be just a small pressure, a small tingling sensation, but really feel pleasant. The feel of my fur, the warmth of my paw against your arm feels. Just really feel that right now. Let yourself go and know that this is you. How does that feel?
Can't really feel any heat considering I am baking like an oven upstairs in my room, but I do feel the pressure. It's like 80 degrees, like 90 degrees outside, and I'm upstairs in a well-insulated room. It ain't fun.
There's something I can say, but I'm afraid of saying it in case I offend someone.
So how does that feel? Just that nice sensation of my paw against your skin.
You don't want me to say it.
I can feel the slight pressure, yeah. Also, my arm is going numb from holding it up.
But anyway, that's my method, and usually most people go to sleep when I do it. Something about my voice.
I'm gonna lie. I thought you'd start hearing me snoring then, but I was getting quite
exactly.
No, I think it's the calmness and like the full focus on the voice, and also like the whole like describing everything into a little bit itty bitty detail, like Heel does, but in a totally different way, kind of thing.
Yeah. It's putting the visualization in your brain.
Exactly. So for me, this was fascinating to see. Actually, I only witnessed Heel do it once. So to see it again, I have to admit, like the whole when you touch like the belly kind of stuff, I'm like, I'm imagining something. I can
scratch your belly for you now if you want me to.
No.
Her hands got close to my neck and I didn't need the mirror. I could feel my neck. I hate that.
It's developing. We have now cursed you with Phantom Touch. Thank you. You can thank.
You've made my slight curse even worse now.
You're welcome.
So, anybody else have anything to add right now? Like, do you feel we got all the way around? Or
I think we have. I think this is a good show. Do your guests have anything that they'd like to add?
Don't do drugs, stay in school.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah, that is.
You live your life as a child, not teenage adults. Enjoy it while you got it made for you.
Exactly.
Yes.
Also, just because schoolwork is boring doesn't mean you should put it off. I barely graduated because of that.
Yes.
Just get it done. Get your schoolwork done.
Get it done. Yes.
Get it done.
That's what I always say to my daughter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter even if it next week. Just
even
get it
if
done.
You have a project, even if it's something that you're like not doing it, anything is better than a 0.
Yes.
I mean,
exactly.
It's never too late to apologize to people. Try diplomacy first.
Hugs.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us this week on the 6873 show. We hope you join us next week. Please like and subscribe and share. We're a new channel, but we've got lots of new content coming. And until next week, I'm Ren, Tokkie, Rossi, and our special guests today were Healed and Mismatched. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. We hope to have you on the show again sometime.
Oh, you forgot about this one.
Little angel Courtney.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I know.
And Courtney.
Can't forget Courtney. Little cutie Courtney.
Take care. Be safe. Lots of love. Bye.
Ciao for now.
Bye.
Potatoes. No.
Potatoes.